peeps, welcome back to my channel. My name is Drusilla Shay, if you don't know already. And in today's video, I am going to be talking to my tall biddies because I have some things to say. Okay, I am going to be recommending 5 heels that you should have in your closet if you are a tall girl. If this interests you whatsoever, keep on watching. All right, so one of the top heels that I recommend for my tall women out there, my tall girls out there, is the block heel. It's both fashionable and it's comfortable. In previous videos that I've made about tall women wearing heels, if you're interested, I'll also link that down below in the description box. I have seen a lot of comments about tall women not feeling comfortable wearing heels and just kind of feeling self-conscious, and some may not even know how to walk in heels. But the great thing about block heels, like I said, is that they're comfortable. So instead of you having to worry about both the fact that people are going to be looking at you because you're already tall and wearing heels, and the fact that maybe, you know, you might be a little bit wobbly, you won't even have to worry about both of those at the same time if you have a chunky heel, because the chunky heel eliminates the concern of comfort and stability. When you have a chunky heel, you just have more of a solid foundation under your feet. So it's not like a skinny heel where you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, like people are just gonna be watching the way that I walk. They're gonna be watching how wobbly I look. With block heels, you don't have to worry about that, okay? So one of my favorite heels is this white heel from 9 West. Not only do I love it because this is just such like an artsy, cool heel because of the slant, but I love it because it's a block heel, okay? It's so chunky, which makes it extremely comfortable. If I find something similar, I'll go ahead and link it down below. And then I have another example here. These shoes are from Lonia. I do work with the brand. This video is not sponsored, but I work with the brand, so I do have a discount code, Drusilla Shay. I'll put it on the screen. I'll put it in the description box. So just go ahead and use that code if you are shopping with them for any of your shoes. But yeah, this is another comfortable heel. Honestly, Lonia in general has extremely comfortable heels, so I always recommend them. They have heels that are a US women's size 10 to 16. These are one of their extremely comfortable shoes, and look at that, there's a little bit of a platform, so there's also comfort in the front. If you are learning how to walk in heels, block heels are your thing, okay? Think about them like training wheels on a bike. It's not like it's limited to people who are just now learning how to wear heels. But what I'm saying is, if you want to learn how to eventually wear a skinny heel, you don't have to just jump and start wearing that. You can just start off with a block heel at least, so you get used to being higher off the ground, okay, and then make your way to a skinny heel. So they're also great like trainer heels, if you will. All right, so another heel that I would recommend for my tall girls is a short sandal heel. Sometimes we have summer events that we go to, right? Like you might be going to a baby shower in the summer, you might be going to like an outdoor event, outdoor wedding, and sometimes you want to dress up but you don't want to wear a full-blown heel, especially if it's outdoors. But then you don't also want to wear flats sometimes, because I know my other tall girls, if you're like me, you don't always want to wear flats, and so you just kind of want that nice in between, so you're not on either side of the spectrum. Like you're not overly dressy, you're not underdressed as well. So a nice small sandal heel will do the trick. So I got these babies from Primark. This is like the perfect height. They are extremely comfortable. They're really short. I already wore this to an event, okay, and it looks dressy. Like it's a basic sandal heel, but it's also very comfortable and fashionable. So if I were to go to like an outdoor wedding or event, I will not hesitate to pull these out, okay, and I, you know, will still look dressy in these. And then another one that's probably like a little bit less dressy, but still, you know, it brings a little sham is this heel right here from Chinese Laundry. Of course, it's not like a formal heel, but again, if you're going to something like a baby shower or a nice outdoor picnic or something, and you want to keep it a little bit dressy, but not do the most with like a full-blown heel, this is perfect. You can get away with a lot of these kinds of shoes in the summer, in the spring. So I recommend stuff like that, especially for my tall girls who you're not a big fan of flats, or you don't always want to wear flats, and you're also not a big fan of really tall heels. So another heel that I recommend for all my tall girls to have is a 3/4 booty. The reason why this is important to have in your closet is because sometimes you have something in your closet that you really love, right? Like old pair of jeans, but they're probably not extremely long. They might be hitting that awkward length. Maybe it's like a skinny jean and it doesn't quite hit your ankles, okay? Or maybe it's another kind of pant or a jumpsuit. 3/4 heels are great because it covers that gap, that weird opening between your ankle and the pant that's a little bit short. So it actually doesn't draw attention to the fact that your pants are short, because now you have the heel in place that is kind of like filling that space, and also brings more attention to your shoes. If anything, it doesn't bring attention to the pants that are shorter. So I would always recommend a 3/4 heel in your closet. It's so important to have as a tall girl. This is one of the tips that I mentioned in my tall girl hacks videos with dressing. I'll link that down below. But tricks like this, you always want to have in your back pocket. Okay, for my tall girls out there, listen, stop trying to make yourself look short. It's not gonna happen. We're tall, and it's a beautiful thing. I have a whole video on benefits of being tall. Stop pushing against the grain and stop trying to make yourself look short. It's always best for your body type if you work with it, not against it. When you work against your body type, it doesn't flow. It's gonna look better if you accentuate your height. So something that will help with that, I'm not saying it's gonna make you look incredibly taller, but it works with your height. And that is a good old thigh-high heel, okay? Or thigh-high boot. I would recommend this because, like I said, you wanna accentuate your height if you're tall. You don't wanna work against it. So I would recommend getting yourself a nice thigh-high, you know, type of boot. Or if, you know, that's not really your thing, you can get one of those strappy heels that you can strap up your leg, because that also will accentuate your legs. Like, work with what you have so that you can bring out the beauty, you know, in your height. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so this last shoe is really for the bold, but it also serves a functional purpose. So I know that a lot of my tall girls kind of shy away from really tall heels. Not everyone, because I definitely seen them comments about wearing 5-inch heels. So I see you, but a lot of my tall girls kind of stray away from tall heels, and I get it. In this stage of my life, I don't normally wear very tall heels, but that's just because of the comfort aspect of it. Like, I just don't really enjoy being 5 inches off the ground, I'm gonna be honest. But I still do have a couple really tall heels in my closet just to keep on hand, because there are some brands that I buy from that have extremely long clothing. I know that I can always get them tailored, but sometimes I just don't be wanting to. It's nice to have a longer heel on hand so that the pants are not just like literally dragging on the floor or bunching up on the floor. For certain outfits, that actually does not look cute, and it doesn't look good when there's like too much bunch up. For example, if you're wearing like a nice dress pant, to have it really bunched up at the bottom actually doesn't look nice. It doesn't give it that clean tailored look. And so it would actually be beneficial to have a higher heel so that your pants are sitting at a good length. These shoes were given to me by my sister-in-law, and they are very tall. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but it's probably like close to 5 inches. They're actually really comfortable, believe it or not. I think it's because it's a platform heel, but I keep them on hand because, like I said, there are some places that I shop, like Prissy Duck. They don't play with their length. They are very generous, and I love that. But I just want to make sure that my clothing is flattering and it's sitting at the right length. Another example of pants that I would say doesn't look very good bunched up are leather pants. So for those who are comfortable with a taller heel, or if you want to just experiment a little bit with a taller heel, there are some benefits. This 5th shoe, I'm not saying that you have to have it. It's just an extra little thing, but the other ones, if you're tall, get those in your closet. Alrighty, y'all, so that is it for this video. I really hope that you found it helpful. If you did, go ahead and give your girl a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments how you feel about heels. If you like a shorter heel, a taller heel, no heels at all. Let's make this a conversation down below. And if you're tall, do not leave here without repping your set down below. Let me know how tall you are. And while you're at it, you might as well go ahead and join the family, okay? Please go ahead and press that red subscribe button if you haven't already, and turn on that bell notification button so that anytime I post, you will be up to date. I appreciate you all. God bless you. And I will see you guys in my next video next Sunday. Deuces.